surprised. I mean, it's been outstanding. The play has been okay, not as great as both these teams are capable, but enough.
Rebound, Deja Kelly. In a minute, inside a minute to go. Challenges Eck. Usby got a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds.
They're going to review it, but I don't know why. I thought it was clearly off Usby.
Alyssa did too, because she sprinted down to the other end of the floor.
Well, watch right here, Kelly. Yeah, that's clearly off Usby.
The officials will make sure. Coming up next, our triple header continues, and what a triple header it is. When we're done here, this nail biter, we will take you to Columbia, South Carolina, where Ole Miss is in town, and then at 4 Eastern time, UCLA Stanford. We have that from Maples on ESPN2 and the app. Stanford got jujued the other day, right? 51 points. SC went into Maples and won.
Yeah, I mean, Pac-12's been great in the last year of their conference.
Yeah, what a way to go out. So sad that the Pac-12 is dissolving, but this should be definitive. Off Usby. And they're also checking to make sure the time is correct. It's Joe Basile and Brandon Enterline of the Enterline refereeing, officiating family. And it gives both coaches a little extra time. So if it is indeed Virginia Tech basketball, which it should be, what do you think Kenny Brooks thinking?
And they're waiting for the officials to determine. Then Kenny's going to call timeout so they can advance the ball. Then they get the timeout. That's how that works. That's why going to replay this and look at it is taking too much time.
Yeah, I think the replay, as far as possession, is a no-brainer. And usually it's the clock that takes a little bit longer, but this has taken quite a while as we take a look at the reset. So the ball does stay with Virginia Tech. And they put a little bit more time back on the clock at 54 seconds flat.
So now is our break.
Yep. So just as you predicted, the call goes to Virginia Tech. It's their basketball, and Kenny Brooks is going to strategize.
We're going to inbound it over here on our side of the floor, and this is where Kayla King is so valuable to what they do. She usually puts it on the money from this position. And I think Virginia Tech, I think you want to be aggressive here and score. I would look for a direct pass to the post. I'll look for Kitley to make a catch it on the block, and look for Kayla King to get it back. Also, Georgia A. Moore. You got to go with who you trust right here.
Those veterans, right? King and Kitley have been playing together since AAU ball, went to the same high school.
And North Carolina elects not to put somebody on the ball.
Amore guarded by Navarre. Very important possession.
North Carolina looks like they switched to a zone. They are in zone.
Kitley comes out. And then Donarski took it away. Georgia Amore never got up after she got knocked to the floor, and we were all tied up.
The zone, the timeout allows Courtney Banghart to make a switch. The only possession of zone we've seen, and then India Navarre. What a finish! Steps through. I think her eyes were closed.
Strack and King looked like they had her defended beautifully, but Navarre was able to get skinny and just get right through there and tie the game up.
So now Virginia Tech timeout, advance the ball again. Now you take this shot, Pam. I know there's a 4.4 differential, but you wait till about 9, maybe 10 seconds, and then you go and try to score and try to get the offensive rebound. This is this year on the road in Castle. Sanaya Rivers scores to put the Wolfpack up by 1. 2.1 on the clock. NC State doesn't guard the out-of-bounds pass. A direct feed to Kitley on the block. Game over. Virginia Tech in front of a sold-out crowd.
Buzzer beater for Kitley here to win the game last year against Carolina, and then earlier this year against State. Double team. Amor just got rid of it in the nick of time, and Kenny Brooks called the timeout.
So it's a good change by North Carolina because Brooks does not elect to call timeout and use the length of the floor. North Carolina comes with three-quarter court pressure, and Amor dribbles right into the trap. They had to call timeout. You got to keep the ball in the middle of the floor if you're Virginia Tech in that situation.
Tech down to its final timeout. Carolina still has 2.
How about the strategy back and forth by both coaches? Much better execution late game by North Carolina today.
Carolina trying to break a 2-game losing streak. They lost to Virginia and NC State. This is a tough one as well against Tech. And as you see, Virginia Tech just 2 losses. They play at NC State on Thursday. Louisville plays at NC State tomorrow. It's great basketball.
It's been great. You know, North Carolina's lost 3 in a row. They're in jeopardy of losing 3 in a row, falling out of the polls.
Charlie Cream right now has Virginia Tech as a 16 seed, and he says if they lose this game, they will fall out. Of course, top 16 you host. There's still a lot of basketball to be played, but these games like this have a lot of weight.
The host bubble. So again, same scenario here for Virginia Tech. I'm going with 9 or 10 on the clock. I'm trying to get an offensive rebound. And keep in mind, Virginia Tech has fouls to give. So does North Carolina.
Hitley gets it back to Amor.
Zone by the heels. We haven't seen this till the last minute.
Donarski guarding Amor.
Here they go.
5 seconds left. They need a shot. It's King. Off the rim. Rebound. Here comes Usby, who plowed into Amor and is called for the charge.
Timeout. Virginia Tech. Is that play we just showed you against NC State foreshadowing for what we might see right here?
What a smart play by Amor, who really took one for the team, because Usby is a powerful player.
I mean, there's no question this is a charge.
Timeout taken by Tech. That is their last.
Let's see if Courtney Banghart will put somebody on the ball. I don't expect him to be in zone here.
She's elected not to put someone on the ball the last couple of times here in the waning seconds. There's your reset. Tech out of timeouts. They do have a couple of fouls to give.
You have time for a catch and a shot here. It doesn't have to be a tap. You might even have time for one quick dribble.
Just under a second to go. The officials are over there looking, we assume, to make sure the time is absolutely correct.
Now keep in mind that Georgia Amor set a brilliant screen to free up Kitley in that NC State game, and the officials are going to make sure there's enough time left. Kayla King is going to have India Navarre on the ball.
It was King who's threw that incredible inbounds pass to Kitley to beat NC State earlier this season.
I'm surprised that Gokdang is not guarding the basketball on the inbounds.
With her great height and reach. Instead, it's Navarre. Kitley matched up with Usby, and Brandon Interline just came over to us and said they are still double checking to make sure the time is correct. Remember, Carolina has no fouls to give, so any foul would send Tech to the line.
It will be reset to 1.5.
Banghart. Frustration, it's taking a long time, and they have put 0.6 of a second back on the clock.
You got time for a catch and dribble.
That's a lot.
For sure.
Yep. King with the inbounds, looking for Amor. Got it to Georgia for the win. We are going to overtime. 54 all. We'll be right back with overtime at Carmichael.